So about 5 years ago, I was still pursuing publication, and I was talking to my agent, and she said, well, why haven't you tried writing a romance? And I said, well, mostly I just write fantasies. And she said, yeah, but romances sell really well. So since we're having trouble, we kept going to acquisitions on my books, which means publishers were interested, but ultimately they didn't buy them. And so I wrote my first romance. And I, as you can see, have horses. I have 6 right now. So I thought, well, I really liked werewolf shifter romances. So I wrote a horse shifter romance. And I sent it to my agent, and she read it and said, what the crap is this? No one is going to read a horse shifter romance. Not with like a side character who can turn into a horse, but an actual, honest to goodness, the main character is a stallion who can shift. And in mine, he's actually a mage that gets stuck in his horse form. And so this woman buys him, and thinking that she's buying this amazing steeplechase horse, which he is, but he was kind of being abused by the people that owned him. So she bought him, which stuck her into kind of a lot of trouble. So she had to call her ex, who had a lot of money, and ask for a loan so that she didn't get in trouble because of how much she'd spent to save this horse. And she's out on her very first ride with her brand new purchase. I know, we're gonna ride in a second. She's out on her very first ride with her new horse, and she's grumbling about how she has to now go on a lunch date with her ex, which was kind of like his deal, give me another chance and I'll give you this loan. And she pats his neck and says, the brand new horse that she loves, and she says, I wish that I could date someone who was worthy. I wish that you were human. And immediately, bam, shabam, fireworks, whatever. And all of a sudden, this stallion that she just bought is a human man, like stuck under the saddle, totally naked, really hot. And she's like completely startled. What the heck is going on? And she finds out, of course, that he is a mage, that he needs help, that he can't shift on his own because he was cursed. And she has to try and figure out how to help him. But she risks losing the farm and losing her heart in the process. And so, there's a love triangle, and I thought, this is so fun. And my agent said, no one will read this. So I took that story and I put it on the shelf for the last 5 years. And around Christmas time, I thought, it's just been sitting there. I may as well, because I'm an indie author. And I have like 30 something books at this point, but I thought I may as well put it out there and see what happens. And my agent, and then also an editor that I knew and had shown it to, said the book is good, but no one will read that. So I put it out the day after Christmas of last year, and it's actually sold better than it's sold extremely well. So if you have dreams, if you have things that you wanted to do, don't let anyone else tell you that you can't, because sometimes, especially when you're writing what you know, especially when you're writing about something that you love, the book that you want to read, sometimes there's a market for it that people just don't know about.